Welcome back to the Armchair Meddler, where I review news videos, usually of a sensational nature, and I give you my opinion. Even though you didn't ask for my opinion, that's what makes me the Armchair Meddler. So let's see. Today we're going to take a look at a video. Let me see. Lured by woman he met online, 18-year-old shot and loses, I believe it's an eye. Yeah, so this is actually going to be the first time that I'm watching this video myself. And before we get into it, make sure that you subscribe and please give the thumbs up. Let's not delay. Let's get into this video.
The family of an 18-year-old who survived being shot last year says they are growing frustrated, waiting for someone to be held accountable. Law enforcement says the investigation is at a standstill as they wait for anyone, to speak up. ABC 13's Daniela Hurtado is live from the sheriff's office after talking to that frustrated mom. Daniela?
Gina, 18-year-old George Juarez says he was set up after he was shot in the face and nearly left for dead. He says what should have been a meetup with a woman he was talking to ended up being a day he nearly lost it all. It's been frustrating and annoying. Edna Juarez says it's been nearly half a year since her 18-year-old son George was shot in a neighborhood on Pine West and Hollow Pines in the Wood Forest area. On August 13th, George was driving down this stretch of road on his way to meet a woman he had been chatting with online. When he showed up outside of the home where they agreed to meet, the woman was there, so was a guy with a...
Okay, hold up. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this one out. He'd been chatting with this woman for a while. He agreed to meet her at a house. I'm trying to figure out, was this at night or what? I mean, I think it's kind of obvious what he was expecting, but the whole thing just, it sounds suspicious. I mean, you have to be careful. You know what? Why not meet up at a public place? Like, like, I don't know, like a Starbucks or a mall or something where there's people around. But anyhow, let's get back to the video.
Gun. The guy said, "Give me everything you have." And my son said no and stepped on the gas. When he stepped on the gas, the guy followed him, ran after the car, and shot 3 times. She says they sped off in a white car with a getaway driver. This is George's car. After he was shot, he got out of his car as he was bleeding, begging anyone to help him. George fortunately survived, but that night altered his life forever. He can't see. He lost his right eye. When the bullet entered, it entered through here. And it pulled a muscle from the back of the global, the eye, and it ripped it. It ricocheted in his face and exited the right eye. Investigators with the Harris County Sheriff's Office say they've pulled fingerprints and found a shell casing at the scene. A detective tells me the woman who was there that night has a lawyer and is not saying anything. It's putting a wrench in the investigation as investigators continue to try and identify the man who pulled the trigger. I hope that somebody digs deep and has the intestinal fortitude to speak up. Because this could have been you if you crossed him or her. It could be anybody. As for George, he's on track to graduate this year. But unfortunately, his goal to enlist in the military and continue the family legacy will no longer be possible. In Houston, Daniela Hurtado, ABC 13.
So I just want to say that I feel horrible for this young man. Chatting online and then meeting up at a house. Yeah, that's just not a good idea. Like I said, meet up in the public place, a mall, whatever, coffee shop, something like that. Don't just automatically trust the person. He probably saw her, maybe he saw a picture, I guess, of her. And, she's probably, an attractive woman and was probably, saying flirtatious things to him. And he's thinking, oh yeah, it's going to go down, and the whole time she was setting them up. So yeah, just for everyone, just be careful with this whole online thing. If somebody invites you over, you don't know them, don't go over to their house. Don't do that. You know, I feel sorry for this young man. He has his whole life ahead of him. You know, he had dreams of going into the military, which is a very respectable thing, but now unfortunately he can't do that. But a very tragic story. Hopefully, others will learn from this story and be safer about these things. But that's going to wrap up this video of the Armchair Meddler. Hopefully you have liked the video and also subscribed. And hopefully we will see you on the next one.